Hello fellow Guardians, BoltZilla Plays here bringing you another Destiny video. It is November 4th, a Wednesday, and you know what that means, Armsday. So let's see what Banshee's got for us this week. So, from the foundry orders last week we were able to buy the delivery today. First one up is the Soros ARI 45. The Tier 1 comes with the SLO 12. SPO 26 or SRO 37 scopes, hammer forged or feather mag, lightweight or reinforced barrel, and outlaw. Tier 2 comes with the SLO 12, SPO 26, SRO 37 scopes, high caliber rounds or appended mag, speed reload or small bore, and hidden hand. And the Tier 3 comes with the SLO 12, SPO 28, or the SRO 37 scopes, high caliber rounds or feather mag, single point sling or rifled barrel, and the outlaw. So this is kind of a toss-up. I'd probably say the one to go for out of this is the Tier 2. You want to get a little bit more stability out of auto rifles. Stability is where it's at. I mean, this is a slower firing than normal. It's not a pea shooter, so it's got more impact. But the perks on this just aren't all that great. This is one I would probably recommend. If you need to get it, I'd say probably go with rank 2. Otherwise, I would say hang on to it until next week and see what he's got for perks on it next week. Next up is the Gaheris D hand cannon. So Tier 1 has Fast Draw IS or Steady Hand IS, Relentless Tracker, Feeding Frenzy, Speed Reload, High Caliber Rounds, or Small Bore. Tier 2, Fast Draw IS, Sure Shot IS, Surrounded, Final Round, Speed Reload, High Caliber Rounds, and Reinforced Barrel. And the Tier 3, Quick Draw IS, Steady Hand IS, Triple Tap, Reactive Reload, Speed Reload, Explosive Rounds, and Small Bore. This is another one that's kind of a hard pick. Hand cannons are nothing like they used to be. Year 2 is more Pulse or Scout. But out of all these, I would say I would recommend Tier 2. This gun has a low magazine, only 7. And that's so final round could be very helpful. And then bonus when you get more people around you. You can either up the range, lose a little bit of stability, or get a little bit faster reload, which could be helpful since it's a low mag. Otherwise, I would say this is another one where I would probably recommend wait until next week and see if there's better perks. Next up is the BoltZilla D Pulse Rifle. Like I said, this is one of my personal favorites. And it's actually got some good rolls this week. Its base stats on her match the Messenger from year 1. So the Tier 1 has the GB Iron or the SD Thermal Scope, Head Seeker, Full Auto, Snapshot, Hand Loaded, or Injection Mold. Tier 2 has the GB Iron, the LC Ranged, Army of 1, Counterbalance, Single Point Sling, Hand Loaded, and Reinforced Barrel. And the Tier 3, GA Post, LB Assault, Glass Half Full, Full Auto, Snapshot, Hand Loaded, Reinforced Barrel. So not a huge knockout of the part on any of these. It's kind of a toss-up. The two have full auto. Full auto isn't like a must-have on this version of a Pulse since it's a higher impact, slower rate of fire. You can basically push the button fast enough to kind of mimic the full auto. Counterbalance is a seeked out perk for this gun because it kind of, the recoil on this gun is kind of up and to the right, so this straightens up the recoil. But the other perks on this gun aren't all that great. So the only thing would be kind of upping the range, but you lose stability in the one, so it's nothing huge. There's no big other perk on this. I am gonna try out the first one, the tier 1, just because the head seeker. So body shots with increase precision damage. So if you can aim it right and start at the body and shoot up to the head, you can get a higher precision shot head. And I mean, you can use injection mold. It's got injection mold too to up the stability. So I mean, that's the one I would recommend. This is also another one. It's like, anytime these come up, I've been buying 3 of them and holding them, hoping for that week where they come crazy. And so I still got another one in reserve on this. But for this week, I would say tier 1. Fourth weapon is the Strongbow /D shotgun. So the tier 1 has soft ballistics or accurized ballistics, final round, full auto, lightweight, fitted stock, or rifled barrel. Tier 2 has smart drift control, linear compensator, close interpersonal, spray and play, lightweight, perfect balance, and oiled frame. Third tier, soft ballistics, field choke, last resort, spray and play, lightweight, hand loaded, and oiled frame. This one I would say go with the first one, tier 1. It's a shotgun, so final round could be helpful. They always got a lower mag size, so 1 out of every 5 bullets. If you don't reload in the middle of your magazine, it's gonna have bonus damage. The thing with this gun is it's kind of in the middle of the road for shotguns. It's got really good impact, but the range isn't great, and the fire rate is kind of in between slow and the shredder type. So I mean, it can be useful in Crucible, but you gotta kind of play it safe with stuff like people have like a good party crasher or conspiracy theory. But this one does have some stuff that'll up the range some and the impact. So you like accurized ballistics, and then you can use rifle barrel. So your range is getting up there. So this could be, if you don't have like a great party crasher or conspiracy theory for Crucible, this could be a good substitute. And it's also got full auto. And then that final round could be very helpful. So yeah, I recommend getting that one. And the last one, the Suros DIS 43. So he sold this one the week before and had God rolls on it, so not expecting much out of this week for it. So it's got the first tier has SLO 12, SPO 28, SRO 37, fitted stock or pen and mag, rodeo, lightweight, or injection mold. Tier 2 has the SLO 12, SPO 28, SRO 37, fitted stock, or a pen and mag. Take a knee, lightweight, and rifled barrel. And the third tier has SLO 12, SPO 26, SRO 37, hammer forged, feather mag, counterbalance, lightweight, or ejection mold. And this was the one I would recommend for this week. It's not even close to as good as the ones offered last week, but out of what's offered this week, it's pretty good. So you got hammer forged, which uppers the range. You're almost maxing out range. You got counterbalance to up the stability some. And then you can do injection mold to get the stability higher, or you can just run agility. And the SRO 37 scope adds a little bit to range also. So this is one where if you missed out last week, on it, I'd say get this one. Otherwise, if you got the spare space and you're just waiting for a god roll type thing, I'd say save it. Next week, see what they got. Field test weapons. Like last week, I'm in the middle of the first curse exotic quest, so this is going to keep showing up. This isn't a weekly one from him, it's for an actual quest, so ignore it. So first up, the Hake Test A auto rifle. You need to use it against fallen targets. And the Hake Test A pulse rifle. We have to use it in the Crucible. And the Hake Test A pulse rifle, where we have to make precision shots. And we have the Suros TSP-10 pulse rifle, where we have to use it against Hive. And we have a Suros TSR-10 rocket launcher, which we have to use in the Crucible. So we got 2 Crucible guns, like last week. This rocket, I never even got it done on 2 of my guys last week, I don't think, in the Crucible. Just so the blast, I swear it's like it would just shoot right through people. Without having something like grenades and horseshoes and stuff, you have to be able to hit like the ground. You got to aim at their feet basically, so it blows up right by them. Because you're not going to actually pretty much hit them with it. By the way, it's axe. I was just having so much bad luck with that gun. So fallen targets, patrol Earth, simple, done. And you got precision shots, and then hive targets. So you could probably do all this just patrolling Earth. I mean, start with the fallen one, just right in when you spawn in patrolling Earth. You can go that way, work your way towards the moth yards. By the time you should be done with that, then you can do precision shots as you work your way into the area between the moth yards and Skywatch. And once you get in that area where there's hive, switch over to the hive, take care of that. And if you have anything left, go back to precision shots. Shouldn't take long at all. And then it's just the Crucible. I recommend, especially for rockets, doing something like Control, where there's capture points where you kind of have a feeling where people are working their ways towards. It's not just an all-out like Clash where it's everyone's moving around the map willy-nilly, all that free. You kind of, with Control or something like Salvage or something, you kind of have an idea of where people are working their way towards. So you know whether you're going to be able to get heavy and which heavy is going to be your team versus their team. And so that is the test weapons. So foundry orders. We have the Suros ARI-41 auto rifle. We have the Hake Her JD pulse rifle, which is a higher fire rate, lower impact compared to the BoltZilla that he offered, which he's also offering again this week. So we have 2 different versions of pulse rifles. And since pulse rifles are in the meta right now in like Crucible, this could be very useful. We have the Suros JLB-47 rocket launcher, which hopefully has good perks on again. I'd say pick it up just in case for Crucible. Get some grenades and horseshoes on it, hopefully. Then we have the Amon Irene RR4 sniper rifle, which is a pretty good sniper rifle depending on perks. It's a high impact, so it will help immensely in stuff like trials. If you need a gun for trials, a sniper for trials, because it's high impact, so it'll one-shot snipers. So that is Banshee's stock for Armsday on November 4th. Make sure to like, comment, share. Let me know what you thought, what you picked for guns this week, what you're excited about next week. Any helpful hints on where you use the test weapons this week. Make sure to check out my other videos over at youtube.com/c/BoltZillaPlays. And you can check me out streaming from time to time over at twitch.tv/BoltZillaPlays. Till next time, Guardians, take it easy.